everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a smoothie because I'm hungry, but I need to film because I haven't filmed for a long time. Sorry. About Bookish movie adaptions that I love. I did a Bookish movie adaptions that I hate a few weeks ago, and it was really popular because I pretty much ranted and crapped on all of those movie adaptions. So let's see if positivity will also be as popular. I have slight trepidations about that statement, but let's just see. Now, these are 8 books that I have read, and I watched the movie as well. So the first one that comes to mind was The Hunger Games. Love the books. Read all 3 books in less than a week when I was in community college. I needed to take my mind off of some weird stuff going on, so I just binged it. I think it wasn't even less than a week. It was 4 days. And I could have done a book a day, but, you know, I had like an exam, so I did it in 4 days. Jennifer Lawrence, fantastic. She was definitely Katniss, and she still is Katniss to this day. And just how they put it together, all of those movies, was really well done. Sure, they cut out a few things, but I don't see it as they were extremely important to cut out. That's probably why they cut them out. Now, I know people got upset about how you couldn't tell that PETA was disabled. Okay, I could see that, but pretty much everything else they cut out was not necessary. So I love those movies. I own all of them. Definitely recommend reading the book first and then watching the movies because I'm a nerd like that. And that was one of the few movie adaptations where I didn't find a whole lot of problems with. So the second one that came to mind was the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I made a lot of people sad and angry when I gave The Fellowship of the Ring 1 star on Goodreads. But the writing sucks. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't like the books. It's not good writing. He's just telling you and he's not showing you. But the movies were on point because there was a lot of telling in the books. And then they showed you everything in the movies, like what they're supposed to do because it's a movie and you're watching it. That's why I think it helped a lot and what made the books what made the movies so popular, because it's a good transition. Because if you're telling a lot, it's basically like a script in a way. You just have to get rid of the internal dialogue, which there was a lot of. That bothers me. But The Lord of the Rings, I was obsessed with that whole world for, like, from 4th grade to 8th grade, obsessed. I saved up money to buy the jewelry that you get, like, when you get in these, like, obscure magazines that are also filled with, like, medieval swords and Harry Potter stuff and other ancient looking jewelry. I don't even know what that magazine is called. I'm sure it's still around because people love to buy memorabilia like that. But I don't know how we got that magazine, but I was obsessed with that Lord of the Rings section. And I watched that series at least 100 times for each movie. Number 3, I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this. I preferred Ella Enchanted the movie over the book. The book was not that great. The movie, however, I thought was great. And sometimes you just need a fun movie. I enjoyed the movie over the book. Sorry. I just really love Anne Hathaway in that. And I thought the CGI was really good too, considering how old it is. I think it holds up. And I just like a fun, happy, sing-along movie. Like, when I saw Ella Enchanted, it was right after we read the book in elementary school in like 4th or 5th grade, whatever that was. And I definitely liked the movie. The book is, maybe it wasn't the right time for me to read it. It was just too depressing for me. But even though it kind of ends, it doesn't end like in a depressing way. I don't know. I think at least for me, half of that book was too depressing for me, and I wanted something happy and fun at that time of my life. So I got the movie, and the movie was great. The 4th book to movie adaptation that I really, really love, Pride and Prejudice, the 2005 version with Matthew McFadden, because he is hot and I love him, and Keira Knightley was amazing. They just have so much chemistry. I don't know why they didn't get married in real life. I just have so many feels with that movie. I didn't like the Colin Firth one. I didn't buy Colin Firth as Darcy. I don't know. I just didn't. I think McFadden did a much better job portraying Mr. Darcy and his little like awkwardness, like, and he doesn't know how to go about the world, but he still has some confidence, and he's really trying. The 2005 version is, he's just trying and he's not making it. Number 5 is the Romeo and Juliet version with Leonardo DiCaprio. I will watch that movie all day, every day. I love Leo. I also love Romeo and Juliet. I was so obsessed with that in middle school that I read it 3 times, and at one point I memorized certain parts of the play and people thought I was weird, but you know, I love William Shakespeare, so I didn't think that it was a waste of my time. And Leonardo DiCaprio is definitely Romeo. He is Romeo. He's cute, but he's sensitive. And even now with Leonardo DiCaprio, he's still sweet, but he, like, there's like a mystery there, and he's trying. He's trying for climate change. He's trying to save our environment. Good for him. He's going. He's kind-hearted. That's what he is. And though Romeo is pretty stupid, I mean, Juliet's stupid too. They're just both stupid. I think it's because they're, you know, teenagers and they don't know what's going on in the world and they just don't understand. So, you know, I can appreciate taking it in that way because that's how I took it when I read the play. And I think how most people take that play nowadays. Like, they're young and stupid, but, I mean, they love each other, I guess. I think it's, you know what, it's young love, and young love is weird. I mean, what can you say? It's young love. When you're teenagers, you're out of your mind. Number 6, P.S. I Love You. I love Gerard Butler. Okay. He did not do a good Irish accent. He didn't. But you know what? I still love him anyway in this movie. And Hillary was so good in this movie as well. I actually prefer the movie over the book. The book was too much telling and not enough showing. So I think that's why it was a good transition, like The Lord of the Rings, because the book was telling, the movie showed everything. And I just love a book based in Ireland. That's my jam, my life, my everything. Ireland, hi. I watched the movie first, and then I was like, oh, this movie is so fantastic. The book's gonna be fantastic. It was average, but I still appreciate it. I'm glad I read the book, but I own that movie, and I will watch that movie till the DVD dies, basically. So number 7, Practical Magic. I grew up watching this movie because of my mom and my grandmother, because they love this movie as well. I don't know if they still love it, but it was a big deal back when it was released in the 90s because of Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. It was great, and they're so fantastic together. And the scenery and the lighting and the romance, it's just really good. Like, and I love the witchy aunts. I just love everything about it. It's so good. I totally recommend it. This was another one where I watched the movie first and then read the book. The book was average, but I love the movie. The last one is Memoirs of a Geisha. Watched the movie first. I was a little too young to completely understand what was going on. So then I watched it when I was a few years older, like maybe 16 or something like that. And then I really appreciated it. And I just recently read the book within 2 years. It was a 4 out of 5 stars. I liked it. I really did, though the ending was rushed. And it plays out way better in the movie. I think it was better fleshed out in the movie, so I appreciate that. And it was slightly jarring when I read the book and everything happened so fast with her getting together with that guy. But overall, it was a great book and it's a great movie. But I do also really enjoy the movie because it was nominated for so many awards, and you finally got to see something that was not with white characters and everything, about Japan in this era of, you know, a little bit before World War II and then going into World War II, where you don't hear about it a lot. I'm sure it's out there, but I don't know, I can't think of a story where it's during that time period, because a lot of people are focused on Germany, Russia, and America. But what about Japan? I would love to know more about Japan. So I think it was a really interesting time period, especially when the geishas were just slowly, that tradition, not just geisha tradition, was slowly ebbing away because of World War II. And it's just interesting to see in what's going on in their lives and how these women dealt with it. And it's important for Westerners to see that. Thank you so much for watching my Bookish movie adaptions that I love. If you like what you just saw, please comment, like, subscribe, and share. And if you want to get to know me and any of my writing, all of that is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching and have a great movie day. Bye!